Hi.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of our HIRTH tactics and other things about HIRTH mini snippets of YouTube videos.
Yay, this is so exciting. What are we going to
Yes.
learn today?
So, learn or talk about
Talk
today.
about.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be something called tactic, which I have called simply raiding. Viking are quite famous for going out on raids, and this is also something people have been asking me quite a lot of questions about, and it's if you attack the other player's home space, what's going on? Are you kind of shut out of the game? So this is an example where Gul is looking quite good here, and let's say it actually looks like this. So Gul could try to occupy this area here, but instead Gul wants to raid. So he moves forward 1, 2, 3, 4, and potentially even attacking with the fifth, or could start building something over here. Maybe not that one because it's dangerous. Could even go back and start regrouping. But let's say he's going forward with one of these. So now what's going on here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And the king is involved in both, and it's in this case it doesn't matter, but the kings are the tiebreakers. Anyways, so these two are actually beating the home space, and they're raiding Silver's village. The boat goes back here. The two hills are killed. Silver is a bit bad, in a bit bad shape here, and the king has to retreat. Now, if the king retreats off the board, then you have lost 2 points, so you don't want to do that. So then it's only one space where you can retreat to, and it's here. And Gul enters with both the boat and Lofthungur, the king, and it's Silver's turn. Now you are in a difficult spot here. You could, of course, try to attack. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's not really there, is it? It's 1, 2, 3. Could we go like 1, 2, 3? Yeah, there you had it. In this particular case, Silver could actually, by these few numbers, take the middle and surprise the raider. So if you go here and people say, "Oh, this is a winning tactic," you usually leave quite a lot of space behind. So here, Silver looked really like a loser, but had an opportunity of taking the middle. Let's say there was one less here, just for the example. Now Silver has no chance of taking the middle. I think it was like this, or let's say it was like that. And then the question has been, is it impossible to get in here? I mean, I can't attack with boats that are loaded or anything, so any boat going in here is worth 0. So all you can do is attacking with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Gul has 6 here, so he's or she is actually locked me out completely from coming in. Now the trick here is to get some other pieces from outside to help. So let's say you go with the boat 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could potentially go in with other. Now in this case it would be difficult because then Gul could instead trash you here. So maybe it would be better to just build the boat here, and unfortunately you would have to maybe move the king back and forth or something. You don't want to attack with hills that will only die, but you don't want to go forward too much because you don't want the boat to be killed. So something like this. But the general idea of this example is that when you come with a boat from the outside, you can actually come from two sides and then get 3 points moving in that 4, 5, 6, and then start to beat the player here. And then if you don't have enough pieces outside, maybe you don't even have a boat on the outside, it looks like this something, people have said, well, then it's a deadlock. Yeah, sure, it's problematic, but if you get this far behind in the game, you probably lost beforehand anyway. So if Kull managed, or the other player managed to take your home space and you have virtually nothing left on the board, you have lost the game one way or another. Now, to round this up, some people have told me that there is a nice little tactic which I would label the raiding chase, where you aim to let the other player do stuff here while you have the only goal to go here, raid the village, and leave the other player a bit stranded, preferably coming from the other side with something strong and maybe take something out here, so there's too few pieces left for this player to get in here. And then spend the rest of the game not occupying the middle to win for 1 point, but rather push the other player's king by attacking onwards until you get the other's king into the middle. And then when you have the other king in the middle, you attack from all sides, and by that killing the king and winning a dräped victory, which is the 5-point victory. So that's an elegant way of doing it, but I would say if the other player is a bit aware of what's going on, you're playing a high-stake game, because the other player could potentially take the middle, as I showed in the beginning. And if the other player don't have these chances, then you're quite far ahead in the game, and then you would obviously win. So if you are a lot behind in the game, you should mind if the other player knows about these tactics and try for it, and you have a few pieces on the board, you could be vulnerable for it, because you should mind your home space. So this kind of surrounding the king by raiding your home space can be avoided. In this example, of course, I would need to have something left here, so I continuously lock the player's home space. But it takes a bit of work, but it's if you manage to do it, you really can force a 5-point victory out of it. So, anyways,
I like that tactic.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you
5
like that.
points? I like it.
You like
I'm gonna
the
try it on you.
On me?
Yeah.
Try it on some other people. I will be aware of this if you try. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
any questions?
No.
No. Crystal clear.
It was crystal clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.